Something is threatening this rural home.
There's a lot of really strange occurrences that are happening in our house.
Something that defies explanation.
I remember seeing a woman's face on the wall.
Now, psychic Nadine Mercy and her team have entered the house.
What was that?
To collect evidence.
There we go.
Go again.
And messages.
Makes you physically want to do harm to somebody.
To determine what's haunting this house.
This is creepy.
This is Narren Center, a logging town with a century-old mill that employs most of its residents, including Brad and Krista, who grew up here. 3 years ago, they moved to this bungalow on the outskirts. That's when it started.
There's a lot of really strange occurrences that are happening in our house that we can't explain.
The very first thing I ever experienced was I was doing dishes and I heard a man and a woman arguing with each other. And I turned around and there was no one there. Another incident was the main door to our house. I always lock it when I'm alone, and it unlocked itself and opened.
I don't quite understand why the door that is locked that I can't open unless I unlock it is open.
Sometimes it shuts on its own, too.
But that's only a mild example.
So one day I was in here doing my homework when the door to the kitchen, it started opening and closing really lightly at first, and then all of a sudden it just swung open. And I got up to look to see what was going on, and I saw a black massy figure that bolted down the stairs and disappeared.
Makes no sense.
The entity seemed to be seeking Krista.
One night I came in here, it was dark. I remember seeing a woman's face on the wall there above my computer. I didn't see the rest of her body, but she looked kind of like those old-fashioned women. That's the kind of impression I got.
Curiosity soon turns to terror.
I'll be sleeping at night, and then all of a sudden I feel blankets pulling off me slowly, and it's very persistent.
And by no means finished.
I woke up at about 5 in the morning, and I heard some scratching on the wall. And found these scratch marks when I woke up. But I thought it was kind of weird.
The claws scratched more than the wall.
I'm sleeping in bed, and then all of a sudden I wake up with claw marks on my back.
It has happened at least a few times. I think the strange thing about these claw marks is that I think they look like human hands scratched kind of on her back. I'm not understanding what's happening.
The couple decides to try to capture the dark force on tape.
So I was compelled to start an investigation. I wanted to get some basic equipment just to see, okay, what's going on?
Brad had no idea the evidence his modest equipment was about to capture.
One time we set up a tape recorder by the side of our bed. We went to sleep, and then we played it the next day, and we heard some talking into the tape recorder. I found it very strange.
When they turn on the camera, the force gets angry.
We have a recording of one night. I was sitting in this chair like this, and suddenly something grabbed my ankle and ripped me out of the chair.
It just looks like someone pushed her out when no one was there.
Krista wonders if the ghost is after her.
Well, I've always sensed that there was something angry following me around. I kind of feel like I have dark spirits that have followed me throughout all the houses and places I've been. Well, the very first thing that I remember when I used to live at the farm was I was in the barn, and this big, distorted black figure was crawling up my barn wall, and then it stopped and it looked at me, and then it just vanished.
The hauntings got worse.
Every day when I came home from school, I could hear a little girl crying and screaming for help in the field, but I never could actually see her.
She also experienced night terrors.
It was bothering me so much that I'd wake up with chills, and then something would be in my bed, and it was like trying to strangle me or push me down in my bed so I can't move or breathe or anything. I'm still scared of it. I'm still terrified of the dark when I'm alone.
Doesn't make any sense. I'd never experienced seeing anything paranormal, and then I met Krista, and then paranormal was there.
The couple is desperate for answers.
We were wondering if an investigation would reveal that maybe we're not crazy and there are things happening in our house that we can't explain.
It's really important to me to understand what's going on.
Psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way with her investigation team made up of Matt and Michelle. An earlier routine home investigation found no natural causes for the phenomena. Now, Michelle and Matt go in for the night, armed with night vision cameras, heat sensors, and motion detectors. Matt tries provoking the ghost.
Come on, show us around a bit. Let's see what you got. You know, you like to pick on the people who live here? You know, we're calling you out right now, if you have the guts to do it.
There's like nothing going on.
The team enters the office, where the entity often lurks. There, Michelle addresses the spirit.
Apparently you appear somewhere over there. Can you tap again on the wall?
Investigators Matt and Michelle are at this haunted house for the night.
Whoa!
A motion sensor has gone off at the front door.
Okay, it's a start. Yeah, I heard that.
The silence is broken again by sounds in the living room.
The light is moving.
Can you do it again? Can you move the chandelier again?
Do it again.
The light is moving. Another noise is heard.
Okay.
Can you scratch on the wall for us?
Come on, get on with it.
Why do you want Krista and Brad to get out? What was that?
Did you knock something over, buddy?
No, I'm just coming out of this room.
Matt and Michelle chase the sound back to the living room.
Oh, look at that.
Michelle sits in the very chair that threw Krista.
Come on, let's see you kick Michelle out of the chair.
Yeah.
She's waiting. Kick me out of this chair.
There we go.
Go again.
The front door motion sensor sounds off.
Oh, look! The door opened. It opened this one, too.
Maybe it wants us to lift it.
Clearly, something wants to communicate with us. I'm gonna wrap this up.
You're the boss, let's do it.
Michelle next pays a visit to the city archives to find out more. Does this house have a dark past? Meanwhile, psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way to the house. She's going in blind with no knowledge of what's happened there.
I do not know where I'm going. A little bit of a mining town. I'm sensing mining. Trees and trees and trees and more rock. Starting to breathe heavy. I know I'm connecting. Heaviness on my shoulders from here to here. So I just got a warning for me to get a hold of myself before we go in. And seeing her whip, chains, old stuff. They don't want me here. This one's got a deep puzzle to it. There's been a few families turn over here, and this property by the tracks. Division, breakup, divorce. I don't know what this is all about. Goosebumps going up my arm. Let's go inside.
Nadine immediately feels something.
Pressure's on, pressure's on. I'm getting tingles up my back. Coolness, something's coming through. Somebody wants to talk to me.
Nadine tries to sort through what's happening.
There's different energies here. What do you have to tell us? Deep regrets. Dealing with the pain, the heaviness, the weighted down sorrow.
Suddenly, the images stop.
Oh, you're blocking in. I don't like this. Lots of fear on somebody's side. Lots of fear. Shadows, watch your shadow.
Nadine closes in. Nadine picks up on what Krista might be feeling.
Come on, you guys, break through the block. You're blocking me, blocking the energy. Let's go. Somebody's blocking me. This one's tough to get through. Tell me what this is about. More grounding required to connect. You know, energy's coming through me where I'm starting to vibrate. Don't like this energy. I don't like this energy in here. The communication in this house is for the lady in the house. I can see you're having bad times. Long bouts of fear.
Suddenly, Krista's attacker speaks.
Who's talking to me? Male figure. Who's the male figure? And I'm picking up uncle. Old relative. Past. Large man. You see like hands, cigarette or smoke. His ability to block energy, very powerful. Uncle is putting pressure on her.
The sinister force turns angry.
Something's bugging me. Something's stopping me. Like, I'll see a vision and it just stops. His energy is stopping me. I'm gonna move around the house and see if I can't open up, open.
Near the bedroom, Nadine feels a lighter presence.
Now it's moving through me. So help is coming in. Somebody's guides here. Lady's guides here. Grandmother, she's got a grandmother here now that is there to protect her from the dark energy. She's very strong. And seeing her being more petite, apron in her hand, she's got a wooden spoon, like she's very good in the kitchen.
But there seems to be a battle going on.
Another energy just blocked the flow again. I'm getting hot, palms sweaty. It's like a mix. It's like roller coaster material. It's like up and down, up and down. Who's blocking me? He is. Uncle. What do you want? Writings on the wall. I'm just listening to the voices that are talking to me. Writings on the wall. Abuse. Fear. Getting hot. I want you out of the house. Get the out of my house. It's blocked. Like, I gotta move here and get out of here. I don't know, like, it's weird. I'm fidgety. Like, my hands, my palms are sweaty. I wanna move out. Ugh. Like, I'm feeling sick, nauseous, irritable. Like, ugh, I just gotta go. I wanna go, you know?
But Nadine is drawn to one more space.
Basement. I feel blocked in the house. It's like spinning. It's like I'm in this is a vortex. It's very tight in this house, and it doesn't allow me to move.
The angry voice returns.
Somebody's talking. The dark energy. The uncle. Some anger's coming out, and I'm feeling it. Like, look at my fist. I'm mad. It's like I just want to punch this bag, you know? I feel like picking up that rake and just smashing a window. I don't want to get out of here. This is creepy.
After fleeing the negative energy, Nadine goes back in to learn more about the war inside this house.
There's a battle of dark and light here. This is old. This is good versus evil. She's bringing this on. This is something that's been carried over time. This energy is affecting the homeowners. It makes you sick. It makes you physically want to do harm to somebody. And I just see somebody with, you know, as if they had a knife. That's the vision I had. Is that devious?
But why is that? Nadine offers advice to a frightened Krista.
This is not something that's going to bring on protection. She needs to make a choice. Am I going to live in a positive environment, or am I going to live in a negative one? I have responsibility to tell the owners this.
But the force is angered by the interference.
The aggression's ramping up. You know, I just wanted to punch the bag downstairs. Like, I feel like I'm a crazy woman right now. It's weird. This is not Nadine Mercy at all. This is not me. I'm done. Oh, man. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Get me out of this house.
Nadine's findings are compiled with Michelle's. 48 hours after the investigation began, our producers give Krista and Brad the results. During their research, the team discovered a history of turmoil on the land right next to this house.
Just a couple of doors down, a mere couple of 100 feet, is the old jail. So being a jail, you know that people would be very violent. So we don't know the details of all the events that may have happened in that kind of an environment.
Wow.
We weren't aware of that.
Could the presence in this house be connected to the area's troubled past? Or is there a more personal connection? Michelle and Matt's investigation revealed evidence of paranormal activity. The motion sensors and ghostly movement proved convincing.
Well, that's pretty good evidence, isn't it?
The chandelier, we've never noticed it.
During her investigation, Nadine was stalked by a dark force.
There's a spiritual heaviness in the house. I think it's the old battle of good and evil.
But the evil spirit is winning and deeply connected to Krista.
The lady of the home carries this energy. She has an uncle that's passed, a very prominent male energy that is deeply troubled. I could feel that through the pit of my stomach. This is an energy that she's carried for quite some time. It was very clear in my mind that it didn't want me to be there. I felt as if it was putting a knife in my back. The anger was just flowing through me. I could feel it. I was going up and down like a roller coaster. It's exhausting. I can't imagine living in that home.
I don't know what to do, so I'm not so scared anymore.
Nadine senses the second spirit can help.
There was more of a motherly, nurturing energy that is there to protect her. She can call upon that at any time. Shining the light, telling her it's okay. little pat on the back, and nudging her very, very graciously as she goes through this troubled time. She needs to call on that.
She makes me feel relieved.
But Krista herself faces a decision.
There is a lot of dark imagery in the house. It's not necessary. It's everywhere. This is not something that's going to bring on protection. She has the choice to let go of the dark and bring in the light immediately.
I don't really know what to do.
Krista has to act. The dark energy even rattled Nadine.
It's telling me to get out of here. This is not me again. It's just coming right through me. It's energy. I've never experienced something so strong. No one deserves to live like this.
Can I take a break? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
One month later, the couple has taken Nadine's advice.
It's been about a month since you guys came, and I guess it gave us a bit of closure to the situation, and we basically moved on with our lives.
It does feel good to have some answers, and just feel like I can finally stop hunting for it now that I kind of know what's there and how I can get rid of it. And yeah, we're really looking forward to moving forward and bringing joy into the house and lightening it up.
Something is threatening this rural home.
I'm afraid of what goes on in my house.
Something that defies explanation.
So I was really scared. I started screaming.
Now psychic Nadine Mercy and her team have entered the house.
I just got a shot of electricity going right through my body.
To collect evidence.
Whoa, hello.
Did you see that? The light went on and off.
Yeah, I saw that.
And messages.
Let's go. Bedroom upstairs. I just got a call.
To determine what's haunting this house.
This is so creeping me out.
This is the cheerful town of Lindsay, an artistic enclave that's home to Carrie, Kirk, and daughter Cheyenne. Life in Lindsay is bright by day, but its nights are the stuff of horror movies. Since moving into this century-old home 2 years ago, the family have been tormented by strange phenomena.
I've experienced some odd things going bump in the night throughout the years, but nothing as severe as here in this house.
Something that I can't explain is happening here. Cheyenne had lost her inhaler. It was on the kitchen table. She left the room for a minute. It went missing. And then later on that evening, I found it up in the rafters. There we had to get a chair to get it down. Can't explain how it got there.
Well, that really got my adrenaline running.
The menacing events soon get worse.
There was this one morning when I walked in the kitchen, and all of a sudden the cupboard doors were just open, like every single one of them.
There's been a lot of weird activity happening in the kitchen.
I got up one morning and came out in the kitchen, and there were all of the butcher knives lined up, perfectly symmetrical. 5 of them.
I was pretty petrified over that one.
The threats feel personal until a visitor also gets the shock of her life.
A girlfriend of mine spent the night, and she was sleeping on the couch, and a lady wearing a white wedding dress was seen coming down the stairs.
She's like, oh my God, your house scares the crap out of me. She hasn't been back.
But the person being terrorized the most is 15-year-old Cheyenne.
Things here have gotten pretty violent since I moved here. I've felt a presence push me down the stairs. I woke up one night from my bed, and my arm was really stinging. I just looked down, and all of a sudden my arm, it looked like someone scratched me there. There was this one night I woke up, all of a sudden I felt 2 hands on my feet and just yanked me out of bed. So I was really scared. I started screaming.
It is terrorizing.
And there's been a lot more, mostly happening to my daughter. She's getting the brunt of it.
Well, one day when I was sitting at the table shining my boots, and all of a sudden I heard 3 footsteps in the kitchen. So I looked over, and there was nothing there, and all of a sudden my boots went flying the opposite way, and I got smacked right in the face. When I took my hand off my face, there's 3 welt marks right here. Look like finger marks.
Cheyenne isn't safe in her own bedroom, now a focal point for terror.
I used to sleep upstairs. We call it the vortex because as soon as you walk in there, you feel like someone's holding your mouth shut or something. Sometimes when I'm out back, I can see a face in the upstairs window.
Absolutely, I'm afraid of what goes on in my house.
There was this one night I woke up and I felt like someone was sitting on me or something, like on my chest, so I couldn't breathe. I thought I was having an asthma attack, and all of a sudden my bed was like shaking really like violently. I could not explain that. So many things have happened to me up there, so I felt safer if I moved my room to the basement.
But that's not safe either.
My bedroom door randomly opens and closes. I hear voices. I hear knocks on the walls. I get freaked out. Even last night in the doorway, I saw a shadow. And then real fast, it just disappeared.
Physical assaults and emotional torture. Why is Cheyenne under attack?
I've always felt like there's been a presence around me my whole life. Or I feel like I'm always being followed or watched.
The thought has crossed my mind. There must be some angry spirit following us for some reason. It's not just a ghostly little, hey, I'm here.
This family is desperate to find out what's in their home.
You can't explain it.
It's just, nothing adds up.
I think my whole family's going crazy. I have no idea what's happening. It's kind of freaking me out.
Psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way with her team, Matt and Michelle. An earlier routine home inspection found no natural causes for the phenomena. Now, Michelle and Matt go in for the night, armed with night vision cameras, heat sensors, and motion detectors.
There we go. What's the time now?
11:41.
11:41 p.m. We're in Cheyenne's bedroom in the basement. Okay.
Michelle challenges the entity.
Can you scratch me or Matt? I'm not getting any response. You try, Matt.
If you're in here, can you open and shut the door for us? If you can try shaking the bed or scratching one of us.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Investigators Matt and Michelle are trying to flush out the ghost.
Did you hear that?
A sound draws them upstairs.
Well, do not enter. Well, we're gonna enter. So yeah, there's all kinds of activity reported up here. Matt, get out the dowsing rods.
Dowsing rods?
Yeah, while we're standing here.
Well, I'm already getting something around here.
The dowsing rod picks up on energy. It was originally used to find water. Over the years, psychics have used it to find ghosts.
When the dowsing rods cross, they've detected an energy field.
These things are staying crossed. I mean,
They're not even uncrossing.
they're not uncrossing at all.
Wow. It's picking up on something here. I've never seen them do that.
Another noise.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, hello.
Suddenly,
Did you see that? The light went on and off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can you do it again?
It's your motion detector.
Let's go.
the motion detector is screaming.
Can you see anything moved or?
There's nothing to see, but something's here.
Okay, where's my notebook? We're gonna go upstairs. And we don't need
in here.
What the hell? Wow. Every cupboard is open.
By night's end, the team has no doubt there is a paranormal presence in the home. Michelle heads to the city archives to learn more. Meanwhile, psychic Nadine Mercy is on her way to the house. She has no previous knowledge of what's happened here.
Buckle up. We're gonna hit some speed bumps today. I could feel it. Oh, I mean, God, I'm feeling it in a very physical way. I'm getting a headache, trying to ground myself. I'm hearing a lady who needs help, who feels as if they are losing their mind.
I feel like I want to get out of the car. I feel like I'm ready to go tackle this one.
Nadine is bombarded with messages, but not from the house. They're coming from the park next door.
Dizziness. Is this a burial ground? Dead people's place. Ow, I got a pain right here. The voices in my head. They're telling me to tell you that we did this. We are responsible. So they're all coming up from the ground and they're gathering around me right now.
Psychic Nadine Mercy is in a park, pulled there by mysterious voices.
Is this a burial ground? A dead people's place. Ow, I got a pain right here. They're all coming up from the ground and they're gathering around me right now. Dust myself off here.
Are the burial ground spirits also terrorizing this house?
Well, it's certainly kind of a loving place here. It can't be that bad. Or is it? No turbulence yet.
Suddenly, the mood changes.
All right, right away, always the basement. I have a headache. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Heart rate's starting to go. Somebody's talking to me, says communicate with me.
Nadine follows the ghost to the darkened basement.
I'm being stopped.
In Cheyenne's basement room, Nadine attempts to make contact.
It's starting to shake, so something's coming through. And they're just, my guides are saying, say it, say it, say it as it is. Somebody's doing this to me. Who is it? They're wearing white, a flowy dress, a female, a brunette. Who is this? An aunt? No, grandmother. I'm connecting with a mother spirit from the other side.
Is the maternal ghost there to protect Cheyenne?
This person in this room is being guided. Real deep connection to spirit, and they are bringing him in. Something to do with this person in here, most definitely. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna connect to this later.
Nadine heads back to the main floor.
Okay. It's a special place for somebody. Yellow is all about fear. Trying to get over fears.
The entity seems to call her outside.
Patio.
But Nadine fails to receive any energy.
I don't feel anything yet. Come on, you guys, give me some clues. Give me some signs. Let's nail this. So why are we here?
Finally, a message arrives.
Activities in the large bedroom upstairs. Let's go. Bedroom upstairs, I just gotta go. Somebody needs help here. Female. Younger. I just got a shot of electricity going right through my body. I have goosebumps. I don't feel like I want to go in. Do I have to go in? Something's hiding. Something doesn't want to show its face. This is really close. Like, really close. It's as if they have their arms around me. They're like that close. They're just around me right now. So spirit's coming in. As if it wants to give me clues. What do I tell the owners of the house? Leave it be. We're connecting to their souls.
But this room might not be safe to enter.
I'm here to help if anybody has a message.
The spirits respond.
More spirits coming in, second spirits. I was starting to ramp up as I'm talking. We're sending energy to the girl in the house. It's us who want her. She doesn't know that yet. Very special girl, very enlightened. Has abilities beyond most. She's seeing things and hearing things and feeling things because we're connecting. Brunette, I could see her. She's got high cheekbones, nice eyes. They want her. She's not crazy. She needs to know that.
Then Nadine spots something from her own past.
Oh, don't tell me that's the jewelry box I've been looking for with the spinning ballerina. I had one of those when I was a little girl. Anyway, I'm just starting to breathe really, really heavy. And if this is the ballerina in the box, that would be really, really cool. It is! Oh my God, I've been thinking about this for the last 2 months. And I actually went to a store to see if I could find it. Oh, this is so cool. I have tingles all over me. She's been trying to connect to me for some time. Oh my God, this is so creeping me out. This is crazy. This is nuts.
Nadine has found a deep psychic connection to Cheyenne.
Boom, different energy, totally different energy. Heavier.
Nadine picks up some of Cheyenne's personal effects to try to connect.
My heart's starting to vibrate really good here. Why am I here?
Finally, the spirits speak.
Lost soul.
There's more than one entity in this house, and a lot of darkness.
There's a spiritual heaviness. Many spirits in this house came from a burial ground. Some of it is dark. She needs to know that. There's a physical force. They're saying yes. Pulling her at the feet, almost as if she could feel someone restraining her here. And it's very real to her. She's not going crazy. She's attracting this, and they are choosing to wake her up. There's no doubt in my mind if somebody's trying to grab her attention.
Satisfied, Nadine heads home. Her findings are compiled with Michelle's. 48 hours after the investigation began, our producers give the family the results. In the local archives, Michelle discovered the town of Lindsay was built on an ancient native settlement. The park nearby was their burial ground. Later, a small church and cemetery stood there until burning to the ground a century ago.
My grandma told me 2 doors down was the graveyard, the vacant grass lot. That's why there's no house there now.
During their overnight stay, the investigators experienced many events that they believe were paranormal. Footsteps, flickering lights, and opening cabinet doors left the team convinced. Nadine's investigation began at the park nearby.
I don't know what to say right now.
The light thing's kind of freaky.
That's nothing. It's the bigger things, the knives, the boots flying. Still leaves us with a lot of questions.
Nadine's investigation began at the park nearby.
It's a burial ground? The voices in my head, they're telling me to tell you we did this. We are responsible. Many spirits in this house came from a burial ground.
Upon entering the house, Nadine quickly detected a more gentle presence. A female dressed in white.
The female spirit that I saw had an angelic realm to it. It had a goodness and a purity to it. It is Cheyenne's grandmother. And man, the connection between Cheyenne and her grandmother is intense.
I'm speechless.
I'm happy to hear Grandma's here, for sure. She passed away 5 years ago. I miss my mother. We were very close.
She seems to think there's a lot of good energy in the house, but just the things that happened to Shy is what's really got us concerned. Seems to be a lot of bad energy towards her.
To see what's threatening Cheyenne, Nadine explored her upstairs bedroom.
Something's hiding. Something doesn't want to show its face. This is really close. Really close. It's as if they had their arms around me. They're like that close. They're just around me right now.
The spirits had a message.
We're sending energy to the girl in the house. Very special girl, very enlightened, has abilities beyond most. She's seeing things and hearing things and feeling things because we're connecting. Brunette, I could see her. They want her. She's not crazy.
I I just don't know what to say.
Nadine's link to Cheyenne was forged by an object in the room.
Oh, don't tell me that's the jewelry box I've been looking for with the spinning ballerina. It is! Oh my God, I've been thinking about this for the last 2 months. I have tingles all over me. She's been trying to connect to me for some time. Oh my God, this is so creeping me out.
I feel like the different odd one out kind of person.
Oh, you're special, honey. I was told 5 years ago you're a healer. I didn't know how to take it.
Thanks for not telling me.
To find the reasons behind some of Cheyenne's more violent attacks, Nadine returned to Cheyenne's current room in the basement.
Boom, different energy, totally different energy. My heart's starting to vibrate really good here. Why am I here? There's a physical force. They're saying yes. Pulling her at the feet. She's attracting this, and they are choosing to wake her up. Drastic things like a knife, bruises, punches, scrapes, whatever you want to call it, physical things, is for her to wake up.
Everything that's happened in the house, it's pretty much me.
Nadine believes that Cheyenne has the power to control the attacks, but only if she can master her intuitive ability.
I've been here before. I've been into this place where you all of a sudden attract situations to you that are so strange and unique and different. She's not delusional. It's very real. And we need to know that we can't always control what we think we see or feel. I just think this girl is so special and unique, and she doesn't know it, and she's being really pushed really hard by the universe. She needs to complete her path and face some of those visions that she's having. And I know that you're crying out for help, and I promise you that with my heart and soul, that you just need to step up to the plate. The most important thing in this message, and you hear this loud and clear, is you stay in the now, and then you're protected, you're okay. You've arrived. It's time to get out from the basement, from the shadows, and it's time to shine.
So no matter where I am or where I go, these things will still happen to me.
I'm not going anywhere.
1 month later, the family is coming to terms with Cheyenne's newfound gift.
Finding out my daughter has special abilities, it adds up better. It still isn't quite clear to me.
I'm really glad that Nadine came and explained the stuff that has been happening to me.
I was scared. I was very concerned that there was something after her, or after her soul.
I'm still a little scared about the future and everything. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
We'll take it day by day.